up by only 10 points. Kung nabilang po, yung 3-point shot ni Kevin Racal was called for an offensive foul and technicals ensued. Before that, let's take a look at the number story, LA.
Itong game track natin, 12 out of 29 para sa San Beda, and it's been a struggle from the field para dito sa Letran. 6 of 33, free throws 13 out of 16, 6 of 6 para dito sa Letran, and assists, more assists of course, para dito sa San Beda, 7 compared to the 3 of Letran. Pero the big factor is they need, talking about Letran, they need to start converting their field goals. They have not been converting their outside shots. At dahil dyan, napakasikip ng depensa ng San Beda, especially inside that shade lane.
Art de la Cruz will start things off. He has the ball. 20-footer from Art will go. Makes it a 21-point game. If you're just joining us, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Nico Ramos here with Coach L.A. Momar, giving you the action from San Juan. Coach, obviously not the most ideal things occurred para dito sa Letran. Like what you were saying, no, it was 31-18. And then Kevin Racal converted a 3-point shot from the corner. Tinawagan po siya ng offensive foul because of, according to the referee, extending his leg. Racal didn't like it. Napituhan ng technical foul. Coach Caloy didn't like it. Technical foul. And then Diogo in the ensuing possession got 2 free throws out of it, which made it really a 9-point swing kung bakit ganun po yung diferensya natin at the half. Now, Coach, you've been in those positions before. Talking about if you were in the Letran huddle, if you were in the Letran uniform, there are really 2 ways that you can respond to this.
So definitely, only two ways. One is sasabihin mo, tambak na tayo, hindi na tayo lalaban. But if we all know how this Letran team is, they will come out of this second half more fired up and ready to get back into this basketball game.
Could be a blessing in disguise for the Knights if that's what is needed to fire them up. Sabi nga natin, this, more than being a game of standings and a game of Final Four implications, is truly a game of pride between these two schools. Mark Cruz steps back on Anthony Semerad. And may tapik pa sa puwet. Etong si Mark Cruz kay Anthony Semerad.
That is the 3rd time he has just danced alongside the defense nitong si Semerad. Let's see if Letran can get going here in the 3rd.
Mark with a smile on his face. They're down 19. Cincontico first minutes of the ball game. Publico ang may bola. Publico gets a bump from Ola. Mark Cruz for 3. Still won't go. That makes Letran 0 for 11 from 3, pero meron silang second possession. Cincontico stops on the dime. Jumper won't go.
Still a struggle for Letran on the field. Mark Cruz was able to hit that jumper, but so far the others have not really stepped up to the plate offensively. They need somebody, whether that's Mamea, si Tambeling, Gabawan, somebody to help them. As Mendoza hits another jumper, and that's really been the story of this game. San Beda able to convert their medium-range jumpers. Para naman sa Letran, it's been a struggle from the field.
Racal attacks Diogo. That's gonna be a foul on Ola. So 21 yung kalamangan. We go on the other end and talk about how San Beda would quite possibly react to that exchange towards the end of the first half. Kilala natin itong si Coach Boyet Fernandez. Very rarely is Coach Boyet not prepared for the other team and how they will respond.
And I'm sure he reminded his boys na that was just the first half. I'm sure he commended them for a good first half para sa kanyang punan. But again, it is just the first half. He knows the Letran team is coached against this team for 2 years now, at he knows na may ability na makahabol itong kupunan ni Coach Caloy Garcia. So I'm sure he warned them not to take things for granted, that wag mag-relax, but continuously play with the same aggressiveness that got them this lead.
19, abante ng San Beda, 43-24. Anthony. Baser. Oh, Publico, good read on the defense. Here comes Letran. Mark Cruz to the cup with a left hand. Mark Cruz with a touchdown.
Height is not the difference. 10 points para dito kay Mark Cruz. He has been really just outplaying itong si Semerad in terms of his defense.
10 points now for Cruz. Oh, that would have been a foul on Diogo if it was an opponent, pero it was his own teammate as Racal converts, sets a touchdown for Letran. And here come the blue and red. Natapyas na po nila yung kalamangan sa 15-point game, and Kabawan with a bump, and JP Mendoza's on the floor. Take a look at the highlight from Mark Cruz finishing with contact, and Kevin Racal with a touchdown all by his lonesome. Things getting interesting dito po sa San Juan. 15-point game in the third quarter. We'll be back.
Nalalambutan si Coach Caloy Garcia sa kanilang first half. Sabi niya sa halftime huddle nila, okay lang na hindi sila manalo. Ang ayaw nilang yung makita niyang hindi sila lumalaban. He wants them to go hard in the second half. Pero go hard meaning hindi sila mananakit. Pero they just have to be tough and stand their ground. Ele and Nico?
Thank you very much, Ay de la Cruz. Coach Caloy with a reminder to his boys. I want you guys to go hard here in the second half. Pero we know that this rivalry gets physical. Ayoko nang sakitan. We want to always play within the boundaries of the rules. Pero patinggigin, yun yung hinahanap niya from Letran dahil yung trademark Letran toughness, medyo hindi daw niya na-obserbahan ng first quarters.
Yun nga at tinanong natin what will be their response coming from that bad break earlier. Racal skying in for Cruz. At don't look now, kasamang Nico, 13 na lang to. From a high of 21. And you can see more energy and intensity para dito sa mga Letran Knights.
Anthony Tubaser. JP there to shoot the three. No go. Ola with the rebound. It wounds up with Anthony. Fresh shot clock ngayon para sa San Beda. Anthony from the corner. That still won't go. And Cinco Tico beats Ola to it. Letran tumatakbo. Oh, guy down for San Beda. That's Semerad. Siya pa makakapulot ng bola. Here comes Baser. Baser to Adiogon. Adiogon with a touchdown.
Nice pass mula dito kay Baser. Amer being composed here.
Much needed relief para dito sa San Beda. To keep Letran at bay 15. Ang hinahabol ng Knights. Gabawan. Short jumper. That will not drop, and Baser will fight for that rebound. Amer to Anthony. Anthony from the corner. No go. Oh, big bullet dodge there by Letran. Tira yun ni Anthony Semerad. Here comes Mark. Floating layup, won't go. Amer looking for friends on the fast break. Ipigilan ni Coach Boy at Fernandez at maghahain ng mesa dito sa Baser. JP to the corner. Anthony chooses away from the three this time. That drives to Semerad, no go, and Adiogon will be fouled.
Such a daunting task to box out a much taller and stronger Ola Adiogon. So even if the offense has staled a little bit para dito sa San Beda, Ola Adiogon by his offensive rebounds gives them opportunities to score.
Ang ipituan ng foul si Jamil Gabawan.
Ola Adiogon actually shooting very well from the free throw line here in this game.
Remind you that Smart will give you a chance to watch the 17th Asian Games in Incheon, Korea. Stay tuned to TV5 NCAA Games and FIBA World Cup remaining games promo mechanics.
5 out of 5 from the free throw line from Ola Adiogon.
And Ola makes the second free throw. Gabawan po, Ruwaya papasok. Still a 16-point margin. Carl Pascual will check in. Ola Adiogon will go back to the bench. Receive some reminders from Coach Boy here. Konting pressure, pinapakita ng San Beda. Try and slow down Letran.
Yeah, they're falling back to the 2-3 zone here. Racal, unang bata.
Cruz for three. Still nothing from the outside for Letran. They have to think, LA, eventually something has to fall para dito sa Letran from the outside. But San Beda, very happy allowing them to shoot and miss.
So far, it has been a struggle from long distance para dito sa Letran. At sinabi mo nga, ang tanong is, will those shots be made while they're still in the game? Kumbaga, hindi pa masyado naratambakan na Semerad launches another jump shot. Again, that has been the story of the game. Wide open shot para sa Letran, miss. Wide open shot para sa San Beda. They are able to convert.
Semerad missed 2 3-pointers before still very confidently rising up for a tougher jumper. Has the green light from Coach Boyet. Nambatak may bola. They get it to Mark. Last second pass, Rizal for 3. And this time that's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation as Rizal did not get it off in time.
So far, itong zona na pinakita ni Coach Boyd Fernandez working for them as the start of the third quarter. Some momentum was swinging to Letran. They called the timeout at nagpakita ng zona. Unable to adjust pa rin itong Letran sa zone defense ng San Beda.
Art for 3. Right on target, Art de la Cruz. 13 points for Art, so San Beda survives the initial run ng Letran and they push the lead back up to 21, matching the biggest margin of this ball game.
Balik pa rin sa zona itong San Beda, daring Letran to shoot from the outside.
Art to the Batak for 3. Still no goal. Off to the break. Here's Art de la Cruz on the run. Hang time move. Di mahuhulog yan para kay Art. Letran with numbers. Oh, Semera taps it from behind Mark. Here comes Art. This time he'll finish. Touchdown, San Beda. 53-30 and San Beda pads on the lead. 23 na po ang kanilang abante. And what a response by the Red Lions. Take a look at the hustle from Anthony Semerad.
Mark Cruz not looking, hindi niya napansin na may tao sa likod niya. Nice stop. At an easy basket para dito, the Art de la Cruz.
We've got a timeout. Back with more of the NCAA after the... The reigning finals MVP, Art de la Cruz. We've mentioned he's always efficient. He's one of the most multi-skilled players in all of college basketball now, LA. He started out mainly as a power forward with an interesting hook shot, has completely, improved his game to every facet of the basketball.
Maganda yung punto mo kasamang Nico. He has really developed into a multi-dimensional player as Ruaya hits the basket. But itong si Art de la Cruz, not the flashiest of players, but very efficient, very effective, and he's such an all-around player.
21 lamang ng San Beda after a Ford Ruaya jump shot. Amer, gagamitin yung screen. Out to David Semerad. David will miss it wide right. Here comes Ruaya on the run. Unable to handle the outlet pass. Ayun na, kay Rizal ang bola. Ford over to Mark. Mark skips a pass to Rizal for 3. That'll be short. Bodies on the floor. It will stay with Letran as they will whistle on a loose ball foul if I'm not mistaken. That's on Anthony Semerad.
You can actually see kanina nagbigyan ng close-up itong si Kevin Kent Rizal, yung the picture of frustration. These are shots that he can easily make. These are wide open shots for him, but so far it has not been dropping here in this basketball game. Let's see if Letran has one more run in them. But tingnan natin, it's very important for them to close out these last 2 minutes very strong.
Answer for Letran. No Ola, no Baser, no Art de la Cruz on the floor for San Beda. They'll have Koga, the rookie Tonko, the 2 Semerads, and Kyle Pascual. Here's Cruz. Underneath, Kyle Pascual with a big block. Saldua with a follow, wala pa rin, and Kyle Pascual will clean it up for San Beda. Tonko magtatawid. Coach Boyd Fernandez calls head. Anthony to David, brother to brother. Matatapik ang bola. David will dive for it. And that will be an offensive foul on David Semerad.
Both teams not yet in the penalty here. Very important itong offensive possession for Letran. They need to get something going. Maybe a 4-0 blast, just a 6-0 blast to get them some momentum entering the fourth and final quarter.
Just 32 points scoring output dito sa Letran. And it has been a defensive showcase by San Beda. Art, basang-basa yung play na yun. Here comes Koga. And Koga will slow it down, get it down to Art de la Cruz, who's fouled. Second team foul pa lamang yan. Netong Letran.
Compounding the problems of Letran is unforced turnovers like that para mula dito kay Fort Ruaya.
Here's that block by Kyle Pascual. It's a slow-mo replay. Brought to you by Smart. Jump into an all-access pass of awesomeness. Jump into Smart. We'll have the free throws on the way. No, we'll have a baseline inbound here para sa San Beda. Boga to trigger in. 1:08 left dito sa ating third period. Dial out to Ragbil. Boga. Jumper in traffic. Hussein Boga gets the 18-footer.
Specialty of the house para dito kay Koga. Such a sweet shooter. In spite of the hand in front of him, able to convert.
23 na habol ng Letran. Ruwaya to Rakal. Rakal, hesitation move. Gets a jumper blocked by JP Mendoza, and JP with something to say to Kevin. Boga pa rin para sa San Beda. Kyle, jumper on the way, back rim. Mark ang may bola. Mark would challenge the defense. Drop pass to Nambatak. It gets away from Ray, but may mapipito dito as Nambatak falls to the floor. Nambatak is holding on to, that's his left ankle. Oh, Nambatak is still down. Hindi pa rin po umaahon itong si Ray Nambatak.
Maybe we can check the replay there kung ano nangyari dito kay Ray.
Ray looks like he's in pain. Here's the spin move by Cruz. He'll drop it off the wraparound pass, and Nambatak will lose it. He's fine up until that point. He already hurt himself before the jump. Doesn't look like may naapakan itong si Ray Nambatak. Could have twisted it the wrong way.
Tama. So that will compound the woes of Coach Kaloy Garcia, one of his main men, Ray Nambatak, who has actually been struggling here, only with 2 points. At some of the trainers checking on him. Coach Kaloy Garcia will replace him with itong si Tambeling.
Ang Letran po, they put on the run, Elite, para umpisahan itong third quarter na to. Mainit galing sa huddle, mainit galing sa dugout etong Knights. Brought the lead down to 13. And Coach Boyet Fernandez pumito ng timeout, and San Beda came back with a response of their own to bring this lead now up to 23.
Alam na natin, basketball is a game of runs. At that's why sometimes coaches will have to call timeouts to break the momentum. Nagkaroon din sila ng defensive change-up. They went to the zone defense at that really brought them back the momentum.
Belling makes the free throws in place of etong si Nambatak. Letran will put in Fidel Castro. Here's the press mula dito sa Letran. Boga with 8 left. David in the post. Atotonko for 3. Won't go, and that will mark the end of the third period. Letran with a valiant fight at the start of the quarter. Pero a resounding answer back mula dito sa San Beda. Ang score po natin after 3, 55-34. As the biggest rivalry in the NCAA will have 10 more minutes sa aming pong pagbabalik.